The Supreme Court today quashed a Kerala High Court decision granting anticipatory bail to 4 people, including a former Director General of Police. This is in a case related to the 1994 ISRO Espionage involving former scientist Nambi Narayanan. The Apex Court had in November last year issued notice on the CBI's plea filed in the matter. The agency had said its probe found that some scientists were tortured and framed in the espionage case harking back to 1994, due to which the development of the cryogenic engine and India's space program was hit. It in fact set back India's space program by almost 1 or 2 decades. We're going to be speaking with the newsmaker of the day, Nambi Narayanan. But before that, let me play out this report, giving you an idea of what the entire controversy is that has lasted close to 3 decades.
This reverting back will enable the High Court to come with the right decision, and the law will take its own course.
The ISRO espionage case that wasn't. Top court quashes anticipatory bail for accused. Welcome Supreme Court decision, says famed scientist Nambi Narayanan. The ISRO espionage case is back in the news, with the Supreme Court setting aside anticipatory bail for the accused. The ISRO conspiracy case revolves around the falsification of evidence involving scientist Nambi Narayanan and others.
Long back I felt vindicated. That's not the case here. The case is, see, whether I was guilty or not was a case which was over long back. Now the question is whether somebody else is guilty, if so, on what count. So that is being examined now. I hope it will reach the right decision, right conclusion.
The accused in the case include former Kerala DGP C.B. Matthews, former Gujarat ADGP R.B. Srikumar and 3 others. Matthews was named as one of the accused for framing Nambi Narayanan, a scientist at the Indian Space Research Organisation in 1994. But who is Nambi Narayanan and what is the ISRO espionage case? The ISRO espionage case blew up a rocket scientist's career. In 1994, former ISRO scientist Nambi Narayanan was falsely implicated and charged with transferring confidential documents on India's space program to foreign countries. But while at ISRO, Mr. Narayanan worked with the stalwarts of India's space program. Scientists like Vikram Sarabhai, its founder and first chairman, Satish Dhawan, his successor, and Abdul Kalam, who later became India's 11th president. Narayanan became a key figure in the project to develop homegrown Indian rockets. He worked as a scientist at ISRO till his life was turned upside down in November 1994. Apart from Narayanan, 5 others had also been accused of espionage and transferring rocket technology to Pakistan. Narayanan had to spend close to 2 months in jail before the CBI concluded that the allegations against him were false. The case was first probed by the state police and later handed over to the CBI, which found the charges to be false. In 1996, the CBI's final report exonerated all of them. Federal detectives said that there was no evidence of any confidential documents being stolen from the space agency and sold, or of money being exchanged for drawing of engines. An internal investigation by ISRO also found that no drawings of any cryogenic engines were missing. The recently released film Rocketry was based on Nambi Narayanan's life. R. Madhavan directed the film and played the lead role. He spoke about spending time with the scientist in preparation for the film.
केस के बारे में बात करना शुरू किया और वो एकदम आग बबूला हो गए. उनके होंठ कांप रहे थे. वो मुझसे कह रहे थे कि ये ऐसे इल्जाम मुझ पे कैसे लगा सकते हैं, ये कैसे कह सकते हैं कि मैं देशद्रोही हूं, ये केस को देखो, हम कहां थे, ये औरत कहां थी, ये वो. बड़े गुस्से में बात कर रहे थे. मतलब उनके चेहरे पे मतलब ठहराव ही नहीं था. मैंने कहा साहब आप इतना गुस्सा क्यों हो रहे हो, आपको तो मतलब निर्दोष साबित कर दिया गया, कोर्ट ने कह दिया कि आप निर्दोष हैं. और उन्होंने कहा खाक पता है यार, तुझे पता है, मुझे पता है, कोर्ट को पता है, पर आज भी आप मेरा नाम गूगल में डाल के देखो आता क्या है. और वो सही कह रहे थे. जब मैंने गूगल में उनका नाम डाला तो आया कि ISRO spy case Nambi Narayanan.
Joining me now is Nambi Narayanan. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking with us here on Beyond the Headline. Let me begin by getting your first response to the developments today. The Supreme Court has set aside the anticipatory bail issued by the Kerala High Court to those officers who had framed you all of these years ago. What's your response?
2 days back, when in the Supreme Court, when the judge mentioned he intended to issue an order, I was hoping that it will be in these lines, and it happened to be so. And well, that's what it is. Now the whole thing stands. The anticipatory bail order is now quashed. Now they have to, this is going to be re-looked by the High Court of Kerala, and that too within 4 or 5 weeks. So I think it's okay. I'm satisfied with that.
Well, having said that, do you think that you have now got justice and you are one step closer to those who have put you in harm's way getting what they deserve?
I think I got justice in the sense the Supreme Court twice made it clear that it is a false case. And also the court said that it was fabricated by some people with vested interest. So to that extent, I would say that justice was obtained to me. But it is not complete till the wrongdoers are punished. Now we are in that end. We are at the fag end of the whole case. But you know, the most interesting part is that our system is such that if somebody wants to drag it, it is possible. And that is what it is today. For example, now it's going back to the High Court. So High Court will look at it afresh. And I hope that something positive will come out from the High Court order.
You know, sir, on this show, we want to give our viewers context on Beyond the Headlines. So let me go back to 1994. Why do you think you were targeted? What were the circumstances of that time?
I just don't want to go back in this matter. I think this is unfair in the sense how many times I can recall what happened. I think it's not giving me any pleasure in tracing back. This is 27. Today is the 28th year. Yesterday was the 28th year of my arrest, 30th November. So I feel it is not fair to answer that question because it will be dragging the whole thing once again. I don't want to do that.
I understand you don't want to really speak about it, but, you know, just give us a sense, because it seems that there was a political ploy on at that time and you just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Do you think you got stuck in the middle of it?
You are rephrasing the question to get the answer. It's the same. Actually, I will try, just because you are persistent, I will just try to put it in a simple form. Whether it is political or whether it is international conspiracy or it is somebody trying to settle scores with somebody else. See, this is a combination of many issues. Each individual associated with this has a different cause, different region, different reason. Now, it so happened that the common target is not me, the common target is the ISRO's project. If it is not me, it's somebody else who is sitting in that position will be targeted. So the whole thing revolves around that. This is what you are seeing today. Now, whether you like it or not, whomever has fabricated, they have achieved their goal. Only thing is, we are discussing about various things, even now. And we will continue to discuss this even for some more time. So I feel this is the long and short of the story. Now the question is, okay, whomever has fabricated it, we are trying to bring them to books. Now that's a job, that's a task for the prosecuting agency to prove it in the court of law. And then again, there will be appeal and re-examination and stuff like that. So it's okay. I mean, that is part of our system. You can't help it.
Let me bring it back to the current context where you have now, in a sense, become a topic of political debate as well. The BJP cites your case very often to target the Congress in Kerala. Do you think your struggles have become a political tool today?
No, I think it is not really, I'll tell you, this is somebody targeting India's own space programs. Now they have targeted it and they have successfully fabricated it. And already I would say that they have won the case. Now what we are trying to do is trying to identify those who have fabricated this case and then punish them if possible. So actually we have lost the case in that sense if you really look at it. But to complete the whole thing, maybe to get justice, we are trying to do this exercise. That's what is happening.
Mr. Narayanan, why do you say you've lost the case? You've been vindicated. There are others who may have been falsely implicated and never get a chance to clear their name. So why do you say you've lost the case?
So whatever was the reason for creating this case, once they have achieved it, then I think we have lost the case, isn't it? Supposing if we could have stopped it at the beginning itself, then you can say, okay, you are still winning the case. Now, where is the point in winning? Somebody wants to delay your program and they have successfully delayed it. So, and nobody comes in the picture. It's very difficult also to trace back. Though indications as well as evidences are available by the process of induction or the circumstances or the various actions of others which are coming and emerging from newspapers and stuff like that, you can easily put together and then say, okay, this is what it is. This is where it originated. And this is where it targeted. This is where it went on. But, you know, to bring it to this level of shortlisting some people and then trying to charge it down has taken 28 years. It is true that, as you said, I was alive. That's the only difference. I'm seeing this in front of my eyes. So to that extent, I am thankful to God. And I hope it will go. Now they have said 5 weeks. Let us hope for the best.
But in the larger scheme of things, what really is the impact? India's space program is being recognized the world over today. Why do you think there has been a hit?
No, we were delayed. Whether you like it or not, it is a true fact. But you see, the problem is that we won't accept it. But it is obvious. What was expected to be completed in the year 2001, you achieved it in 2014. So, but who bothers about all those things? I mean, it's all post. The point I am making is, it is true that the program got delayed. Now, we can give 100 reasons for the delay, maybe including this. But the true fact is, yes, it was the only reason for the delay. But we understood that, we accepted it, and we are trying to punish those people who were responsible for this. I think you yourself keep on coming around and round, but the fact remains the same. The matter is very clear to me. It's not running court of law. Neither I am an advocate. But for me, it is clear because I was the one who was associated with the whole project. For me, everything is visible. But my visibility doesn't make any difference to anybody. But it is in a court of law, you need evidences. You need to prove it beyond doubt that so-and-so had done it, and this is with the intention, and etc. So that process has just begun.
So finally, even as this process goes on, for you, will it bring you closure if these men are eventually brought to book?
Yeah, it is, but it is not they have done something to me. What they have done something to this nation. You see, you are probably missing the focus. Yes, I was affected as an individual, physically, mentally, politically, socially, financially, everything. But that is only a loss to me. But why don't you look at in the larger interest of the country? And to answer your question, if they are punished, well, then you can say, okay, we have achieved. But after so many years of fighting, and as you grow older, you really, I don't want to say that I am fed up, but that's what it is. You have to watch the whole thing, how it goes. But when you have to go to court, in the sense, I am only, and I was given my part of the story, investigation. So it's up to CBI to go ahead. Let's wait. Let's hope for the best.
Thank you so much, Nambi Narayanan, for speaking with us. The ISRO scientist who in 1994 was framed